Hello music creators, Mike here. So are you looking to add some world and ethnic instruments and colors to your music? Well, in this video we are going to take a look at the new World Suite 2 from UVI. But before we dive in, I have this quick message for you. If you want to master rhythm and percussion, chords and harmony, melody and themes, or perhaps sound design for your music, check out my special discounts in the video description below. Alright, so here we are. This is World Suite 2 loaded in the UVI workstation engine. So what I love about basically all UVI libraries like this one is that they are organized very well with the subfolders labeled well, so you can find the instrument and sound you need much faster, which I love because workflow is key. Now, what is in World Suite 2? Well, you can organize by region, so you find instruments from a certain region in the world, by type, instrument type, as you can see here, loops and phrases from different regions, traverse, which is basically collections of instruments played together, and also vocals here. So let's say you want to go into the region. I'll start with Africa, and let's go with the first one, African flutes, and you can then choose if you want to play it by velocity on your MIDI keys or wheel. So let's try this first one, African flutes velocity. So if I play something now. Let's try the mod wheel. Okay, so vibrato is on mod wheel. And I also love that UVI libraries are so clean looking. Contact, many libraries are, well, a mess, to be honest, with the interface. I mean, here you get an image, so you get the vibe of the African instrument here. And then you can go by performance, expression, EQ, and reverb to shape the sound. Let's say you want to go with a, let's say, small venue or woody room instead. Right? And you can also switch right over to wheel here, as you can see, and shape the velocity curve. So let's drag this down so we play mainly softer. Alright, so that's just try the African flutes here. You also have the key switches. I love this. I mean, with Contact, it's a mess to find out what all the key switches do. Here they are labeled with the red color. Even right up here, you can see, if I left click here, what they do. So let's do flute shorts are on C#2. Let's switch to that. Let's try the key switches, as you can see down here. So here I can play polyphonically. Let's try, also this was the sustain. This was the short. Goat flute hit. I don't really know how to play these instruments, so... Alright, so that's just one of the instruments baked into one subcategory of Africa. I believe this, just the first instrument, shows you how vast this collection is. I mean, I went into region Africa, African flutes, and then you can even try out this Dream Afro flute. So I guess this is some kind of sound design. Yeah. Okay, so it's just a cathedral hall. I think it's basically the same instrument. With portamento on and reverb here. But yeah, so that's the African flutes, African guitars. Let's try that one. And again, super clean layout. You get the... Okay, so the key switches here are actually steel roots African guitar. Let's try that one. let's just do an arpeggio. Okay, so that's the highest note. You can shape the fret sound. Release, volume, timbre. Okay, so I hear the timbre, more of the fret sound there. The expression again, envelope even, equalizer. So, I mean, you can always go down here, but I find, to be honest, as my first impression here, that it's more fun to just load up and play different instruments, because the default sound or preset already is good. So I would probably just use that and go in and change probably the reverb, turn it off if I want a dry sound. Right? African short guitars. Nice. More like you get that ukulele type light guitar sound. So this is a Chud nylon guitar, and I can see myself using that for more light music, corporate music, and stuff like that. We can go to, let's say, the African large drums, natural. I would probably just use natural things for reliable in this domain, so not processed. Personally, oh, sorry. Let's see what we have. We have Beninese drum. And up here. Okay, so left and right. Let's try. Okay, so this is very low in dynamics. I would probably ramp this up a bit. And I would probably not use Chappelle like a small venue. Yeah, more African. Then we can just change it. So African large drums, you have, I mean, again, go back here. We're in Africa, we're in African large drums, natural. Okay, so close there. And yeah, well, you can actually see if I double click here. Well suited to, you have epic collection of traditional and ethnic sounds, 65,000 plus samples, 369 plus instruments, 10,000 loops and phrases. And I mean, then you can go in and change drum by drum here. Oh, this I really love, that the sound design aspect of it remains. So even if I change the drum, I'm still on the small venue reverb. So something like, let's see if I can play this instead. And you can go through all the different large drums. Let's try and see. We have the percussion, djembe, misc percussion, all these different instruments. Let's move to another region now, in fact, and go to Asia. And I mean, most of these instruments, I have to confess, I don't even know how they look like. So, in all honesty, if you are going to play something that sounds genuine, you would probably need to research and listen to how it's performed in real life, so you can mimic that. But I mean, erhu I actually know, so let's try the velocity-sensitive erhu. So this actually doesn't loop, it ends. So let's see if we can. That's the normal horse. Interesting. Stress. I have to see, why can't I play? I thought it were going to loop, so I could play it like a long sustain. Perhaps it's one of these other key switches, but let's move on to another instrument. Just having to go quickly here because there's so much. And of course I won't be able to play everything. but you can at least see what's in here. So let's try the koto. Large, without reverb. So this is really Asian. Quite a big range. Let's try this finger. Let's do the pick. And you have all these techniques. Tremolo, koto 2. Let's see what else. Shakuhachi, it's a nice flute. Nice. Quite a big volume curve here. I love that, those little ornaments. Really, really nice sound. Classic taiko, of course. Let's do a shimmy daiko. I think that's a smaller version. Yeah. I mean, this I could see an action sequence or something. You can even mix the sound here with the different microphones. But you get that ethnic flavor, but still with that crisp sound, focused sound. So I could see myself using that as one of the layers of a cinematic percussion group. Let's move on and see what we have. So we have Australia, didgeridoo, of course, Jew harp, Aboriginal flute. Let's try the Jew harp. What's that? Oh yeah. This is so Australia to me. Let's see what else. Didgeridoo. Didgeridoo? Didgeridoo or do? I have no idea what's different is. Let's try the classic didgeridoo one instead. So this is quite a large instrument, it seems. Lots of key groups here. And they also have a second didgeridoo, it seems. Not sure why this took so much longer to load. Has to be pretty big. I just hold down to see middle. Okay, so what can we play? Sharp. A lot of different ornaments and phrases, basically. Let's go to Celtic and try if we can see Celtic guitars. I want to try that. Okay. Guitar in E. So we have a guitar in D as well. More sharp sound. Very beautiful. Let's try the 12 string. Always has this magical. Yep, really nice. Let's do some fiddle, but also too sensitive. Okay, so let's play. Basically, the fiddle, usually you play these faster passages. Okay, so I need to really get used to playing this. Let me just adjust my sitting position here so I can... Okay, and then obviously you can do the key switches. You have slide, turns, ordinary sustains, and so on. So we have the harmonica, harp, I mean Celtic harp. Can you get more traditional than this? So I mean you can play Final Fantasy Arpeggio or something. Okay, so we have some percussion, of course, and some classic whistles. Eastern Europe. Here we have Balkan represented. Georgia. Let's try this one. Georgian duduk. I really love the sound of the duduk. Let's do the true legato, in fact. Mellow, soft sound. I mean, what else? We have some Bulgarian tupan drums. Real nice. Oh. So I don't know what this, how they play this resonant sound. I mean, I could use those as accents in the groove. So, that's Tupan Bronx, Volcanic violin, double bass. Let's try this one. Okay, so we have... Really nice. That one I loved. Eastern Lyra. Right. Quite sharp sound. Let's move on to... I mean, so you have Indonesia. I want to go on to the next category. I mean, just go through this. We have India represented quite a lot here. We have Indonesia, gamelan, Middle East. So we have Eastern Europe and then in the Middle East. Oh, wow. Wood, Middle East percussion. Lots of things here. Occidental. Not even sure what region that is. But I mean, I see... Okay, so it's mix here. I see from my own country, actually Gothenburg, because it's Sweden here, and German, Finnish, so a mix here. Not sure. South America represented, Spanish, Gypsy, and West Indies. So let's go by type. Let's say you just want to go in and play fretted strings. Then you can see all the fretted strings, a lot of them to cover. Let's do the banjo, and we have this. So you need to play really fast, and it's kind of hard on a weighted piano keyboard to play these fast phrases for this banjo. So I would probably slow it down or program it in the notes. And you see you get the Celtic guitar here again, flamenco guitar, Spanish. All right. Again, very hard to play these fast phrases, but you can see the sound is really nice at least. Then you can go to So we have the fretted keys, bells, metals, and gongs. You have all of these different, let's say, steel drums, gamelan drums. What are those? Let's try without reverb so we can hear. So, okay, they seem to be recorded in a bigger space in any case. Balafon hand pans. Let's try that one. Really haunting and dreamy kind of sound. Not kalimba, but karimba. What is that? A similar thing? Oh, a small little. Okay. What else? What else? What else do we have? Fretted strings. Then we have some keys, organs, accordions, harmonium. Let's try the Carina accordion. Actually like the sound of that. Not that I use accordions that much, but it sounded pretty good. Harmonium. I think that's kind of an organ. Yep. Okay, so we have the full register soft. You can try different registers, basically, on the accordion, harmonium, I mean. Then you get to the percussion section. Again, a lot to choose from. You can go to strings. You want a violin, you want a guitar. Oh no, that's fretted strings. So these are bowed strings, I guess. Oh, nice that they separated bowed and plucked strings. And then also the woodwinds. So we have everything from flutes here to bagpipes, saxophones, and, well, all kinds of woodwinds represented. Then you can also go to loops and phrases and travelers and vocals. But let's do ambient vocals first. I want to hear some things. Okay, so these are just... Okay, so that's the C, the root note. Let's try it in F. Okay, not good. So no, I don't think you should transpose this too much. So they are in C. Let's see if, oh no, we have, this is one is in F sharp. Let's try that in D. Okay, so sometimes you can get away, but I mean, you can hear that it's changing the timbre a lot. Georgian and so on. Let's go to the loops and phrases. I have to confess, I will probably not use this. I practically never use loops and phrases. But just to give you a quick example of what this is about, just go in and try, let's say, Bodran here. Celtic guitar in A minor. Wow, that was fast. Not sure if I can sync it to... It's sync. Okay, so this is... Original tempo is 60. If I just play to see... I'm not sure if I'm supposed to play it on... I mean, this is D3. Is it that I'm supposed to play? So, G3. Turn it off. Okay, so I guess you could use these. I mean, Irish flute, let's try that one in E. Okay, so off. Let's try it on tempo again. 120. Let's just try another one in A minor. Okay, so this could be quite hard to program yourself. So I guess in some cases, I'm not sure I will use them, but I can totally see the value of them. So that's basically it. I mean, you get all of these by reading and type. These are of course, my favorite aspects of the library, that you get so many different world parts represented with many different instruments, and you can just load anything up and then start playing. I mean, right away, control with velocity, mod wheel, shape the sounds with these sound design aspects and so on. So I will leave a link in the video description if you want to check out this amazing library, because I have to be honest, there are not that many world or ethnic sound collections on the market, so you should probably take a look if you're interested in any way of these ethnic and world flavors to add to your compositions. Now choose which video you are going to watch next, or you can check out the amazing bonuses in the video description.